individual at the Correctional Training Facility, Soledad, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept, thank you for using Global Tel Link.
No doubt. Okay, I have another question. Was there a moment in your journey where things clicked and you decided to start growing or changing?
Well, I think from the very beginning there were some small you know desires of wanting to change, but my circumstances, I think, just being a life without as like I said, as a teenager, being told you're going to die in prison, and that's pretty much was the reality. It's hard, it's hard to get over that and try to, you know, figure that out, right? But over time, uh, there was a lot of different moments along the way. So it wasn't just one aha moment. There was a lot of different moments, and I say just getting older and challenging certain beliefs and just looking at certain situations that would happen, right? Just like everyday things, right? Like we're on the yard, it could be just a regular conversation or something going on, and you start seeing things different. You start like asking yourself questions about what you think, and you start noticing slow, there's changes. You take classes, you learn more, you talk to other people, and they open your mind up. And it was just a process for me. It wasn't just one moment. So that would be probably my best answer at this moment.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sometimes it's not just a moment, it's just, I would say, like, obviously, as you get older, maturity, you start seeing things at a different outlook on certain situations or just life in general.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. My wife's gonna ask you a few questions now.
Okay. So this one is for the outside world. So, of course, you coming in or going in so young. If you could speak to your younger self or to a kid out there walking the same path, what would you say?
Oh, this is a great question, and this is part of the reason why I agreed to do this, because I really hope that I can help somebody, maybe with just a few words, because words could be powerful, right? And what I would say to the younger me or someone that was like me was, it's gonna be okay. Whatever's going on in your life, it's not the end of the world. It'll pass. Like the Bible says, this too shall pass. It'll pass. It's just a moment. And I would say, seek help. Don't be scared to go ask for help. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. Um, but whatever you do, don't let your pain and what you're feeling cause you to take that out on somebody else. Don't let you use that as an excuse to make a bad decision, because one thing you need to know is you have a choice. Everything you do is a choice. And I think when you're that age, you're very impulsive. You just do things. I was, being reactionary. So I would tell that person, take time to think. Think about it.
Yeah.
Go get help. Talk to somebody, and think about it. It's not worth it. You know.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think a lot of people feel like there's not enough help, or like they're afraid to get help or seek advice from somebody that is older.
Well, I
Um,
would agree. I think it's not just the fear of asking for help, but sometimes the right type of help might not have been around, right? And that's why I'm big on, like, when I do have an opportunity to talk to somebody, even if it's in here and someone's having a hard time, I'm able to connect with people sometimes, and I think that relatability, right? And I think growing up, how many people, back then did we have a lot? We have more people nowadays, but back then, how many people could relate and spending that time and effort talking to people about stuff, and so I think that could really save somebody's life.
definitely, definitely. is there something specific you want people to know about like those who are incarcerated, especially those who are serving life sentences, or like anything you feel that society gets the wrong impression about giving somebody who's been in prison a second chance?
Well, I think that sometimes, it's easy to just kind of dismiss people, right? But the same things that they teach us in our rehabilitation, about having empathy and understanding the other person's point of view, looking at people, everybody's human, everybody has feelings, everybody has emotions, everybody makes mistakes, and don't take things personal, and all these things we learn. Sometimes when this question pops up, I think about that, like I could understand how people could have a certain view and may not want to forgive and may not want to help, but at the same time, these same things we're learning to make us a better person, if maybe they could apply that as well, and just be able to see people in here as human beings too, right? And maybe they could see the person they are today and not just their crime, or not just maybe something that happened to them and it triggers them, instead of looking at it with those eyes, looking at it in the lenses, what if it was them, right? Would you want someone to give you a chance? And I get it. There's some people that maybe they don't deserve a chance, right? Maybe they're just messing up every day. But I would say that a lot of lifers, a lot of people that's looking at these long-term sentences and that's been down for decades, a lot of these people are worth giving a second chance. I would say that. I'm in here, I watch people, they're going to classes, they're going to groups, they're not committing crimes, and just a little hope goes a long way. So the more hope, I think, can even transform the system even more and transform people's lives.
Definitely. What has it been like watching Johnny turn his life around after being released?
I think it's really inspirational. It's really it makes me smile. It warms my heart because I spent time with him, and we've had very personal conversations, and just to see him out there succeeding and doing well is great. Because I'm a big believer. Like when you get out, it doesn't stop. Don't stop trying to do good just to get out. When you get out, keep doing it, and like. That's a positive. He's not just doing it for himself. He's doing it, in my opinion, for all of us, right? And that's what I want to do. That's what inspires me as well. Like I want to get out there not just to be free, but be free for other people that may never be free. I still have friends that they're still life without. Like one thing I didn't mention is I'm no longer a life without. But there's still friends of mine that are, and
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
It's sad. It's sad when I because I think about some of these guys that I personally spent time with. I know they do well. They're not messing up, but that they carry that sentence around, and they may never come home. They may just die, but they still choose to do good. And so, definitely, seeing Johnny do well is good. It's a positive thing, and I hope that people that have misconceptions, when they're starting to feel that negative thought, look around them. There's a lot of people out there that did time and they're doing successful out there. Everything is not the same guy you saw in the news story this one day or this one night. The majority of people with these type of sentences that get out are actually successful.
Right, definitely. What do you think about Johnny and I using our platform on social media to tell real stories like yours?
I think it's a good thing. It's another tool to share stories that may help people give some insight on things they may be curious about. Maybe they don't know what to think, and it gives them a chance to maybe hear a different side of the story, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't take away. It doesn't take away like the reality too, right? Like I can't erase whatever harm I've caused in life. I can't erase that, right? So it's not to erase that or to say like, oh, ignore this or it's never happened. It's not to say that, but it's just to say, hey,
You have 60 seconds remaining.
People can't change, you know, and if they're willing to give people a chance, you know, like I personally will appreciate it. I'm grateful, you know. But I think there's a lot of people that are still waiting, you know, are still waiting for that chance, and just someone being kind enough and open-minded enough to keep helping those that are trying to help themselves, right? That are trying to.
Serious, but like, let's get a little goofy with it, But before we do end that, is there anything else you would like to share or just put out there, like, for people that might want to know anything that you want to share? If you don't want to, or you don't think of anything in mind, that's fine. We can go ahead and get to some silly questions and just joke around, laugh a little bit.
How about we leave that for possibly next time? Yeah, we'll just I jump into the question with you.
Okay. So my question is,
how many girls did Johnny visit?
Shut up.
Nah.
I'm just playing.
No, okay. Who was your first celebrity crush growing up?
Who was the what?
Who was your first celebrity crush growing up?
The first celebrity crush growing up, man, that's a hard one because I had so many crushes growing up. Man, that's a tough one, but it's crazy you said that because I was just watching a movie on the Institutional Channel and I seen Salma Hayek on there, right?
Yeah.
And I remember when I was like 17, 16 years old in juvenile hall. I remember I used to have a crush on her, right? Or Jessica Alba.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Okay. So, so if there's a celebrity and non-celebrity, dead or alive, and you could have dinner with, who would it be, and what would you ask them?
Celebrity.
Or it don't have to be.
That's
a celebrity.
A tough one.
Just anybody. But it could be a celebrity if you wanted to.
I don't know, man. I think I would have lunch with God.
Ooh, that's a good one. And what would
and ask some questions, you know. I mean, obviously there'd be a lot of personal questions, a lot of big questions, but one question, like there's this thing about praying, right? And sometimes I used to get a little discouraged, but a lot of times I'm going through stuff, going through with the court things or just different things, and I got my mom. She's a very big believer. She tells me, pray for them, pray for them to see who you are today. And sometimes I'm discouraged, and I'm thinking like I would say, I pray all the time about it, and it doesn't seem to be changing. For example, like a district attorney or something. It seems like
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I feel like I've changed and done went above and beyond, and it's almost like never good enough. But it's good enough for me. Like I know who I am today, but it's just it's like it would be nice one day to for them to be able to see me today, And maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong, right? But I probably ask about how how that was. I'm praying, what's going on, Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This one's gonna be a little twist. It's so